In professional language, a turn on a railway is called a curve. A curve cannot be shorter than 130 meters, and the longer it is, the smoother the turn and the less load on the wheel flange and the inner edge of the railhead. When passing curves, it is the wheel flange and the inner edge of the outer railhead that are subjected to colossal friction forces, which can cause significant wear of these elements, resulting in more frequent replacement of rails and turning of wheel flanges. In addition, the friction force leads to a loss of locomotive traction and an increase in fuel consumption. All this causes significant losses to the railway as a whole. After identifying these problems, engineers began to work on reducing the friction force, and the simplest and most correct solution was to lubricate the friction points of the wheel pairs and the inner edge of the outer rail head. Initially, this procedure was done manually. Track workers applied grease to the inner surface of the rail head with a brush or a wooden spatula, and this turned out to be a very effective way to combat friction. Progress did not stand still, and soon automated rail lubrication systems were developed. This is how stationary track rail lubricators appeared, which are installed before curves. They are brushes with built-in nozzles through which a special graphite lubricant is supplied. On the side of the rails there is a cabinet inside which there is a container with lubricant, a pump and control equipment. In front of the brush there is a sensor that reads the passage of the wheel over it. It sends a signal to the control module, and it in turn starts the pump, and a portion of lubricant gets on the wheel flange, which spreads it along the inner surface of the railhead for a distance of up to several kilometers. In addition to stationary ones, there are also mobile rail lubricators. These are special rail lubricating cars, inside which there is control equipment, pumps and a supply of lubricant, which gets on the rails through nozzles in curved sections. These cars are usually included in a passenger or mail train and move along the specified route. There are also rail lubricating locomotives that are equipped with a special installation for lubricating rails. These locomotives can move both separately and with wagons and lubricate the rails in curves. In addition to curves, the rails are also lubricated at turnouts, where there are also excessive friction forces. Subscribe to the channel. There will be much more interesting ahead.